So it's day 2 at the show. We're about to go into the trade show. We're just outside the trade show right now. We're waiting for Nick to come up here because while Billy was our good luck yesterday and got us the most amazing parking spot that I've ever gotten at TPE or PCA ever, he forgot our name badges today.
I essentially spilled root beer on the name
Essentially,
tags.
you spilled root beer on the name tag. Now, I say he forgot them because he had them, but we both didn't bring them. So we both forgot them. But we're about to get a homie hookup to get in. We did register. We did pay.
We did.
All right. Where's Nick at? We found Nick now.
They found me.
And this is the part of the video people are going to see on the internet, not what we just talked about.
No.
Nobody's going to see that part of it.
Good.
We're going to go into the trade show now together. Nick has come and saved the day. Let's go start off with an Oliva.
Let's go have a Melanio.
A Melanio. Billy, problem solved.
You just need to know a Nick.
If you know a Nick, you can do anything that you want to.
Anything is possible.
Nick is like a fixture at these trade shows, so he knows the inner workings of how to get anything done. Anything you want to do, just ask Nick.
That's it. Come to Nick. Nick gets done. That's all. I mean, stuff done.
It's basically his trade show.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Yeah, it's the trade show.
And if people have watched this channel for very long, they'll think of it as Nick's trade show too, because he's literally the first person we see every time we come here.
Every single time, yeah.
All right, let's hit the booth. I came to this show to dive into the artistry, the artwork of cigars, to experience the new projects, except Oliva doesn't have anything new.
No. Why would we come out with anything new when we have such great stuff already?
That's the idea behind Oliva. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's it.
Make good cigars at a good value, and then just let them be what they are.
That's it. Great cigars, great value. That's what we do.
So I think that people see the value in Oliva. Is anything coming out this year, maybe later on?
So at PCA, might come out with some new stuff, some limited edition stuff for you guys to see, but not at this show.
I've seen that. A lot of people seem like at this show, they're kind of like looking to connect with their partners and their working relationships, and they are planning and staging stuff for PCA. And I think a big part of that is that, all the cigar factories shut down in December and part of January, and so they're all getting back on and kicking and getting production back up and going and working on those projects. So I think some of the stuff people are talking about, like we wanted to have it here, but we're going to have it at PCA. But this is good. All right, we're going to go around. Thank you for the Melanio.
All right, have fun, everybody. Take care.
Melanio Maduro.
Yes.
All right. I am here now standing with a man who looks strikingly like Nick Perdomo, because he is in fact Nick Perdomo's son. This is Nicholas Perdomo. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, Tim.
Listen, I wanted to take you guys inside of a conversation that him and I just had. You were just telling me about a project that you're working on that you guys can't know about yet, but that you will in the upcoming months. You're doing something very cool, and we're going to be talking about it together on Cigars Daily Live. But one of the things that I love about this industry is family-oriented, generational business. That's what Perdomo is. You're the second generation cigar maker?
Technically, I'm fourth, but second in the United States. My dad started the company here. So
your dad started the company here,
yeah.
But technically you could say, make an argument for fourth.
My great-grandfather and my grandfather were both in the industry as well.
There you go. So this is a man who's born into it. I like seeing this passing of the torch, the mentoring that happens between a father and a son or a father and a daughter, and all of this stuff leads to generations more of tobacco being grown, generations more of cigars being made, and a legacy of artistry that lives on. That's what this man represents to me. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Tim.
Everybody can look forward to an episode of Cigars Daily Live with this man right here and an exciting new project that he's doing. If I say any more, I'll say too much.
Thank you. I look forward to speaking and talking with every one of you and sharing a special brand that's going to be called Perdomo Legacy in honor of my dad, Nick Perdomo Jr. So looking forward to being on the show with Tim and chatting it up. So thank you, Tim. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you, Nicholas.
Thank you.
Catch you later, bro. So I have something I want to find here, and
Scavenger hunt.
It's a scavenger hunt.
Okay.
Have you ever had you got an old car? You're like, oh, I always loved that old car,
Yeah.
or something like that. Little things like that. For me, there's one accessory. It's a lighter.
Okay.
It was a lighter called the Dual Flame Torch, and it was a torch flame when you push the button, and when you let the button go, it's a soft flame lighter. And it was made by Vector, and that's Vector's booth right there. And I want to see if they still make it. I got rid of that lighter because it was having consistent quality
It always
issues.
had the issue.
But they actually sent me one a few weeks ago, and I've been using it religiously at my desk because I low-key was thinking about rebranding the thing.
It's the best of both worlds.
It's the best of both worlds, so I want to go see if we can find that. Hey, I'm looking for the 2D torch, the hard flame, soft flame torch. 2D Zippo style lighter.
Yes.
Do you have that on display?
T?
2D. The 2T or 2DT?
The dual flame?
It's the 2DT. It's that guy.
Yes. We have the shipping one guys.
Hey, look at that. Look at that, guys. Billy, hey, does it work?
Yep.
Nice. That's my logo.
Got the 1DT right
Did you guys get permission to use that logo? I got you so good. All right, this is the one right here. Torch flame, and then a soft flame. That's exactly the one. So I'm talking here with my new friend, Phil. And Phil, I've done a lot with this torch in the past.
Okay.
It was my favorite torch. It's why you guys have my logo on one of your display torches, is because I made a lot of these torches. You guys recently, for whatever reason, you sent me one of these. You just mailed me a package that had some lighters in it. I don't know if maybe you did it yourself, maybe, but it had one of these in it, and I think it was because someone at Vector remembered that I used to love this lighter, and I think I might want to get them branded again.
Okay.
So let's have that conversation. I'm going to go sit and talk with my new friend Phil, and we're going to flesh this out together. There we go. Negotiated.
Negotiated.
The lighters are secured. That feels really good. I
think
love that lighter.
I think people are going to be pumped about that lighter.
Dude, we still get emails and questions about
Do you
people
really?
like, where is that two-torch?
Yeah.
That, like, it's like people have never seen it before.
Because you had it for a long time.
I had it for a long time. It's a very complicated torch, and for a while the quality was just terrible.
And
we
they
got so many
retooled
calls.
it.
They retooled it, and it's truly. I've been using mine for the last couple of weeks. The owner came over and he's like, did you get the lighter I sent you? I said, yeah, I got the lighter. Now I want to order a bunch of them.
Yeah.
He's very excited. So something special coming our
And
way.
that's how that works.
That's how that works. Just got to knock it down. Standing here at the Gran Habano booth with George Rico, a guy that I have not caught up with nearly enough over the last couple of years. I don't feel like we've done any video together for a long time, bro.
It's been a bit.
Since that time, he's gone ultra premium. You guys have known Gran Habano for a long time as a good brand out of Honduras that makes some incredible cigars, and I think holds the Guinness Book of World Record for creating the world's largest cigar ever
Biggest
made.
ring gauge cigar in the world.
Does that thing still exist, or did you smoke it?
No, we sold that a while back. It's the biggest cigar ever sold.
Oh gosh! But now we're
So that's
going
a
in.
record, too.
We're going into the world of ultra premium.
Yeah.
What? So we're talking about cigars from Gran Habano, like El Enemigo, the Gran Habano 20th anniversary, and now this one behind you.
Yeah. So we have the Corojo number 7. This is a cigar that has a hybrid wrapper that we developed over the course of 15 years. Has a very unique flavor, very robust, creamy finish. That I think our customers. We did a limited release back in September. And then now we're bringing it back out as a full line extension. We're going to have a couple of other sizes at PCA, Robusto, and Corona Gorda. But right now we're introducing the Corona number 7, Gran Robusto. And it's a great tasting cigar. I mean, it's great packaging, presentation. One size, 6x54 for now, but it's just a great tasting cigar.
So tell me about going into the ultra premium world. Like, what makes it ultra premium?
Well, look, overall, the way I feel is that we've always been in the realm, but now we're spending more time in aging cigars, really cultivating tobacco that we're separating and curing longer to make it that ultra premium with some of the line extensions that we've done. The 20th anniversary, the El Enemigo project that we did outside of that was a great project out of Dominican with a top factory. And then now the Corona number 7 cigars, tobacco that's been aged for a lot longer than what you would expect from the regular core brand in premium.
That aging is the extra finish that you get. And then I talk about this a lot with the high-end cigars. When you go from Macallan to the Macallan 12 year, or even up to the 18 year, even though the 12 year is better than the 18 year.
I think so.
But when you go to those higher end levels, like especially with Scotch bourbon whiskey, cars, whatever it is, that's where things get outlandishly expensive. But it's that extra last little bit of refinement that creates perfection of flavor.
100%.
It's the absolute void of any imperfections that like brings a perfect flavor together. And still balanced, complex, very good cigars. So I'm excited. I still have not smoked this Corona number 7, so I'm going to work on that
later on today.
I'm going to work on that right now.
Yeah, it's a good cigar, man. I think you'll be very impressed. I mean, I think for Gran Habano fans that are out there, 27 years of the brand.
Bro.
We are doing our thing, and we're, Corona number 5, the same cigar for 27 years. It's actually gotten better because we've been aging tobacco longer and longer, cultivating. So cigar smoker from 10 years ago, Corona number 5, try it again because I think you're getting that $12 for $8. So that's
Amazing.
what makes it good.
Thank you, bro.
All right, it's great seeing you again.
Good to see you too.
Be safe, guys.
All right, we got to get you on Cigars Daily Live again.
There you go,
soon.
anytime.
So now I'm doing one of the traditional American, top things to do at a trade show. I'm sitting down because I'm tired of walking. But I'm sitting down at the booth for Casa Carrillo. A lot of you will know this as EP Carrillo or Ernesto Perez Carrillo or EPC Cigars. This is another one of the brands that's going through a major legacy shift as Ernesto brings up his family into the world of blending cigars, which he has done for over 50 years and is in the Cigar Blending Hall of Fame. He's now passing the torch to the next generation, which is something that takes many, many years to do. You got to train new skills and bring in new skill sets and whole new visions. It's a complicated process. And it's something you're going to be hearing more about from guys like Ernesto Perez Carrillo III as him and I chat about that. And of course, Ernesto's just put out, or is getting ready to put out, this new Endure, which is one of the big projects being announced at this show here. But in the midst of all of that, you're about to see EP Carrillo Cigars go through a colossal shift in terms of the look and feel and name even of the brand. And that is going from EP Carrillo or EPC to Casa Carrillo Cigars. And this is a great brand change for this family, who is now not just about Ernesto himself, but about the whole family, about the whole house, everybody under one roof, which is what a good family is like. I love this. It's not just attractive branding, it is attractive branding, but it's also on point for what this brand is about and who these people are. And for people who are excited about the new Endure, this orange branded cigar here uses real Mirafel Cameroon wrapper from Africa, which Ernesto was telling me the other day about the wrapper leaf for this. The people who farm this stuff are like nomads who move around in Africa. They have to grow all this leaf, the Mirafels collect it, and when they get this wrapper leaf, the yield on it is like 10 to 15%. It's a very low yield wrapper, which is one of the reasons today that you don't see a lot of authentic African Cameroon, except for on very few cigars, and this is one of them. So really, really cool. This is a brand that really inspires me, EP Carrillo, or now Casa Carrillo Cigars. So I just wanted to take you guys through what I've learned over the last couple of weeks from talking with Ernesto and learning about their vision and about their new cigar. The trade show is officially done for the two of us. Now we're on our way back to Phoenix, and I wanted to defuse after day 2 of the trade show just a little bit for you. I noticed a lot of interesting things there, but I'm curious what stood out to you as it being your first show, Billy. Day 2.
Day 2 had a lot more excitement. I think first day was a lot more tire kickers, and they were kind of like figuring out, hey, I got X number of dollars to spend.
Right,
Where
like,
am I spending?
You're talking about brick and mortar shops
Yeah.
trying to sort of stock their humidors. It's from the industry impact. Yeah, they've got a budget and they've got to stick with it.
Yeah, and I saw more deals being dealt with yesterday than on the first day.
Yes. There was, there was a lot of, obviously, the vendors there, when their relationships with their retail partners, that's a big part of it. They want to make sure they lock in. The vendors want to give out the best deal they can. The brick and mortar shops want to stack their shelves with as much extra margin as they can to be able to run promotions and take good care of their customers. But also there's little bits and details inside the relationships. When a manufacturer calls a retailer a partner, what that means is something pretty specific. And you got to see some of that in conversations we had with some of those manufacturers.
Yeah, and I thought what one was really cool to see is you and Nick Jr.
Nicholas Perdomo.
Nicholas,
sir.
yes. And the new generation coming up. And him, because Senior was not there. Like, Junior was doing it all this
Old
weekend.
Nick Perdomo.
Yeah. He stayed at home and let the sun go out, and he did great.
This is a good opportunity, I think, for some manufacturers to test. And I really meant what I said with EP Carrillo, with Perdomo cigars. It's all about having another generation to fill in. So, because if your brand like Perdomo just celebrated 30 years,
Right.
and that's great, but what are they going to do 30 years from now? Nick Perdomo Sr. won't probably be doing everything he's doing now 30 years from now. He'll be doing, a lot less. So, guys like Nicholas are those guys. With EP Carrillo Cigars, Ernesto and his sister are both a big part of the family. So they're a part of the blending experience there and everything. I'm very, very conscientious of those because I'm thinking about what Cigars is going to look like 10, 15, 20 years from now.
Yeah.
This is something that fascinated me. The future of cigar industry trade shows at this point seems to be a bit of a question mark. And the reason I say that is that this year, a lot of vendors didn't go. I was surprised at how many vendors weren't there.
There's a lot of bucket list people I wanted to meet, and none of them were there.
Yep. And a lot of the main manufacturers who did go, they didn't send the main influencer or the face of the company. It really seemed like it was more of a like, hey, let's create opportunities for future business together.
Matt Booth was the most famous person there.
Matt Booth.
Yeah.
You were one of the most famous people there.
That too.
By far. What was your perception of this show as like you're with Cigars Daily at this thing?
So as we talked about, we forgot our badges the second day.
Right.
And at no point did anyone go like, hey guys, what's your name? And it was, everybody still knew who we are, even though we didn't have our badges on us.
Yeah.
And I kind of thought, like, when we had our badges, like, oh, maybe people are just reading your name. No. Everybody still know exactly who we are.
It's a cool privilege to be able to cruise around the trade show and just meet friends. People who are like, hey, one guy walked up, he's like, I feel like I already know you. And that's always like one of the best things that I can hear from people is that, like, I've done a good job with content and it's very friendly and very personable. All right, next year the big question about TPE and PCA comes from this idea that the two trade shows are now closer together than they've ever been before. And so this year, TPE is at the end of January. PCA is in like the beginning of April. They're only a couple months apart. Next year, the two trade shows are only a few weeks apart from each other. So it really remains to be seen what is going to happen for premium cigars between the two. Are we going to do both trade shows? Are we going to do one or the other and just cut one trade show out? I'm not sure the premium cigar industry needs two trade shows, and for sure doesn't necessarily seem like it feels like cigar people need two trade shows so close together.
No.
So there's a lot to be seen, but Encore is on its way out.
Yep.
We got to talk with some cool cigar makers like George Rico about the ultra premium stuff that he's doing. There's some exciting projects there. And I got a lot more to bring you guys, but I want to thank you for joining us for TPE 2025. Now we're going to make our way back to Phoenix and get back into the grind. All right, guys, make sure you check this video out on the community on Cigars Daily Plus and on Rumble as well. This is Tim and Billy, both signing off for Cigars Daily, and we'll see you